I like using text lingo in my everyday life because it makes me feel like I'm talking to the friends I never had in middle school. What is up guys, I'm Nisha and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Project Pan update and talking way too much. So if that is something that you're interested in, keep on watching. So I guess I need to do this disclaimer that like, I don't mean any disrespect to any brand that I am project panning unless I explicitly say so. So just because you like these products doesn't mean, I don't really know how to phrase this, just I don't hate these products. Otherwise I would just throw them away most of the time. But I don't hate you for loving these products either. I have too much makeup and I want to get rid of it. So the Project Pan things, like focusing on one thing at a time, just really helps me do that. So I don't do this as a way to like dash brands or to like, I say dash, I meant bash. I don't say this as a way to like bash brands or to bash the product. I guess I just want to show that I'm using my makeup and it's fun, I think, you know? The makeup community has become a lot about like collecting makeup, and a lot of us have more makeup than we ever really needed or ever really used. So I guess this is just my way of using it. I never expected to have to like explain myself for doing like a Project Pan, but I guess I do, and I'm sorry if you love the products that I expressed disdain for that I'm using up, but I'm Project Panning it for one reason or another, and that doesn't mean that I think you're bad at makeup. If I struggle with the product and you can make the product work, I feel like that speaks volumes for your makeup skills over mine. I'm not saying that like, man, it's unusable for me. Doesn't mean that it's unusable in general. Everyone does makeup a different way, and I'm just here, I'm just vibing, and let's get right into the pan. So my first item, as always, is my Colourpop Good as Gold palette. So let's open her up, flip that back. We don't care, she doesn't have a mirror. Colourpop, put mirrors in your things. Here she is. As you can see, I have scraped out Let's Do It because I'm not gonna use a black eyeshadow. And I feel like so much more inspired to use this. Now it looks like a lot of like browns and just things that I'll actually use. As you can see, I have very much extended the pan in 24 carats. I've kind of extended the pan here. I've been focusing on other matte shades to try and get more use on them. And I have hit pan in the glitter gilded. So that is exciting for me that I technically have a pan in over a third of the palette, so that's exciting. The only mattes in this palette are State of Mind, Trooper, and Diggin' You. I've been really trying to hit pan on like Big Brooch, but that's like a matte with sparkle. I don't know if you can see it from me doing this number right here because the back is reflective and I hate it. But I've been thinking about like maybe every season I would add another palette to it that maybe represented more colors of that season, or just a palette that I want to rotate in every 3 months to help get looks from both, because frankly I haven't been wanting to use Good as Gold because I feel like I've gotten just about every single look imaginable from it. So what I think I want to do for fall is add in the Whatever palette. There already are some like golds, but I feel like, you know, the red and the mustard and the, I just feel like these would complement each other, and it would encourage me to use the palette because I'm getting quite bored, you know? There's only so many golden brown looks I can do, but I feel like adding reds and oranges, as long as I at least use like 2 shades from this for every shade I use for this or something like that, I think I can make it work. There's like golds and coppers and reds. They're all on the same like warm toned fall looks that I love and that I love doing this season, but I can get more, I feel like, from both, because I feel like that mustard would definitely help out this palette, and these golds would look stunning with this palette. I'm not necessarily going to be trying to pan anything in here, but if it happens, it happens. Like if I run out of 24 karat, I'll jump straight into Toddy since that's the other super shock. But I'm not necessarily like trying to pan this too. It's just kind of like here's a little bit more options for the next 3 months, you know? So that's something that I'm thinking about doing. Let me know if you think I'm cheating by doing that, but I still do want to use Good as Gold, and I still do use Good as Gold. But I've been trying, like, if you go to like the past all of my videos where I like focused on shimmer palettes, I've been like, yeah, I'm gonna use Big Bruge because I'm really trying to hit pan, because let me see, you can't really tell the dip that's in that because of the shimmers in the actual eyeshadow, but I am so close to hitting pan, it hurts, but I'm not hitting the pan, so it hurts. Sorry, I had to let my cat in. If you heard that, I'll try and make the music cover it up, but she gets finicky around like doors that she can't open. Like, she knows this is the bedroom, but she likes to have the ability to come in and out of things. So anytime, she'll probably go and scream to get out in a bit because she doesn't like to feel trapped. I don't know, she's a nosy cat. She wants to be anywhere she doesn't belong. But yeah, so here's my official Project Pan palette, and I've gotten a good amount. I've pretty much been hitting like a pan a month, because I think I started this in May, maybe April. So if we don't count the fact that I just straight up scraped this out, I've gotten a pan a month, and I think that's pretty good, especially when like these two shades are over halfway done. So I'm very satisfied with that. Next is the Ulta Brow Tint in Auburn. I have this in my brows right now. I've kind of taken a pause on using this because I feel like with the color that my hair is right now and the color that my brows are, I just feel like it's too dark. Like I've fallen in love with the Colourpop like warm blonde brow pencil for my red brows, because I also have like red eyebrows, but I just feel like this made it darker, and it made it more brown and not so like auburn that I've been looking for. I don't know. I've just paused on this. I use it occasionally, but I'm trying to get through it. Normally I have to like clean off the brush, and let's see, I just pulled this out. There's a little bit of gunk on the tip. It used to be you couldn't even like see where the bristles were on the brush, you know, see how it has like those like ridges? Yeah, you couldn't see those, it was all gunky. So I've definitely made like some use, but I'm just taking a hiatus from this for now. I'll probably still use it on and off like I do now, but it's kind of hard to tell when progress is being made on this anyway, so I'm not too like beat up about it. Next is my Colourpop Boss Brow, or Brow Boss, excuse me, in the shade Auburn. I technically finished this last Project Pan. Let me just twist. There's nothing, but I kind of like knocked the product out of the container, so I felt bad. So I figured that this would be the official, yes, I have gotten my definite last use out of this product. So this is done, and I have moved on. I have been like kind of switching through brow pencils, trying to find one that works, because I have some old, I say old, actually yeah, they are old, Anastasia brow pencils that I've been working on. I use like chocolate, but that was too brown, and I've just been going back and forth. But then I heard my friend Amy Loves Makeup go on about this, the Colourpop Boss Brow in Warm Blonde, combined with the Colourpop Brow Boss Tint in Blonde, and that was like her favorite eyebrow duo. I think it was her. There aren't many redheads that I follow, but it could be someone else. But I took her advice and I bought those, and I love it. So right now, this is what I'm working on, and I love it, and I can see myself repurchasing. I was debating on trying the Anastasia Beverly Hills. They came out with another redhead shade that is Strawburn, like strawberry blonde auburn, which I felt would be really good, but I mean, this is like maybe $8. That's $21, so happy I tried this. Next is the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in Illustrate. She's done. Look at her. Ah, she's done. She's empty. She's cleaned. She is done. This wasn't bad. let me say this right here. This was not bad. Actually, wow, I'm just gonna disregard my whole disclaimer at the beginning, aren't I, with this? But this was not a bad product. I just don't really want to support Makeup Revolution. If you want to support Makeup Revolution, that's fine. I don't make your purchasing decisions, and I don't want to. So it's fine if you want to try this. This is a stunning formula. I just don't want to support Makeup Revolution, and it's gone. It's done. It's done. I finished an eye primer. I'm so excited. Next is the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer. You can see a little bit of gappage on like that side right there because I have been using her. I almost need to take out the stopper. And I know I said that last time, but like I'm getting there. Like it's getting hard to get stuff off the brush. So whenever I started, this was essentially like full, and I could do like both my eyes, do like a dot on like the center of my, like closest to my nose, and then like a swipe. And then I had to do like a dot with the front of the brush and then the swipe with the back of the brush. Now I have to like double dip, and it is so satisfying because I know I'm getting through it. So I will probably be taking the stopper out of this in the next couple of weeks, and I'm ready for it. Next is my Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette. So here she is. You can see that little bit of a dip right there in that. That's kind of like a lie because I used to use an angle brush whenever I did my blush highlight, and I think I just dug into that area a little too much and just a chunk fell out. So that's not really like progress, but but I definitely extended the pan in both of the highlights. It's hard to pan blushes. I feel like I've been using these all day, every day, and you can barely tell a difference. And it is honestly disheartening, but I'm keeping up with it. There's blushes in another product that I'll be talking about that I've been kind of like, not really supplementing, but if I use one of these, I'll use one of those. I try to like mix it up. That way I can get different colors on my cheeks without wanting, that way I can get different colors on my cheeks without it being like too awful. But like I'm slowly but surely working my way through this one. I might, whenever I extend the pan in both of these a little bit more, combine those highlighters into one highlighter. So see how that goes. Next is my MAC Lip Balm. Now last update I was not using her that often, but this update, that is all I have left. That is all that I have left. I have like there's a cat hair on it. There's several cat hairs on it. Okay, anyway, that's disgusting, but moving on. I have, it's a little bit pink at the end because I have another lip balm that has like sunscreen infused into it. So I'll like throw that on, and it's also tinted, and then I'll use this to kind of like spread it all out. But I'm using her. She is almost done. I don't know if she'll be done by next update, but I actually started using her, so I'm excited. Next is my Becca Mystery Lip Liner. She is still missing. I thought I accidentally threw her into my eyeliner bag, but I looked through my eyeliner bag and I can't find her. So I don't care about her enough to put her on the back of a milk carton, but I feel like I'm cheating myself and all of you if I don't find her and use her. But in her stead, I guess, from not using her, I have used like my other lip products. So I mean, I'll find you one day and hopefully, yeah, she's still lost. She's still missing. I need to like buckle down and like look, but I also like just can't be bothered. Next is my Kylie Cosmetics Handbag Ho Lip Liner. Look at how short she is. Ah! So there's a little like cocoa label. Okay, it actually isn't this far. It's like broken like at the base, so I have to, it slides out a little. But if you can see that little like metallic cocoa written, whenever I put the cap on last time, it like either barely missed the K or barely covered the K. Now it's fully over that K and that O, and it's onto the other K and O. So yeah, slowly but surely using this. I love this lip liner, but I have too many lip liners, so I will be happy to see her go. I also don't think that she'll be done. Yes, oh wait, I forgot to turn on. I'm like, why is my lighting weird? Oh yeah, there we go. I don't think she'll be done by next update. I think I will have her until the end of the month because I don't really wear lipstick products unless I'm filming. I don't really wear like face products unless I'm filming, honestly, either. I normally just use like eyeshadow and brows. I think I'll have her until the end of the year. I think something broke in my makeup bag because there's just black stuff all over everything. That's upsetting. Okay, next are my LiveGlam lipsticks. So here is Hot Toddy. I don't know if you can see how much like gapping there kind of is on the side, but the product, I'm having to start, I can like scrape it from the edge, but these are like never ending essentially. So there is a stopper that I might take out. But like Hot Toddy, I've used a lot. I've used both of these a fair amount, but Hot Toddy is the one that you can see the most use on. But like both of these are just never ending and they're so small, but like they're just never ending. So I'm still working on them. I'm still working on them. Next is my Kylie, the Bigger the Hoops lipstick. I promise you I've used her. I promise you I have. I have her on right now. You can kind of see, but she doesn't look used all that much. Like there's no gapping on the side, just like last time. Ooh, oh, I scraped. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. I got way too excited for that. I need to calm down. Okay, so whenever I scrape, I can get some gapping on the side so I can show that there is some progress. Last time, I was like swirling, couldn't see anything. Now, swirl, wait. You can see a bit come and go. Does that sound disgusting? They're getting used. They're lip products. I'm wearing a mask almost every day, so they're lip products. Next is my Novella Noir and e.l.f. My Renewed lipstick. So there was some gapping on this. I've been loving this lipstick, but there was some gapping on the sides that you could see. You can kind of still see it as I swirl the brush. There's like a little bit more, but again, it's a lip product in a panorama. So I haven't gotten like the most use out of her, but I love this lipstick. I'm gonna be so sad to see this gone, but I have enough peachy nudes. So yeah, honestly, just so yeah. Next is my Makeup Revolution lip topper in Luxurious. So there's like a weird separation in like the middle, like, and I can swirl my brush around and see that it's like, the product is thin, but it all wants to either pool at like the base of the brush or the bottom of the tube. So I guess I have to take out the stopper like now, but I can still like pull it out and it still is like full of product. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to take out the stopper, but I think I'm gonna have this one about as long as I'm going to continue to have the Cocoa lip liner. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Next is the e.l.f. face palette. Gone. But this is like kind of a lie, kind of not. So the next two items actually were the e.l.f. face palettes and the Makeup Revolution Bake & Blot powder. Both are pretty much, actually are just done and gone. So what I had done was I had finished both of these and then I had these two powders and I had like major pan on this powder. So I took these powders with what was left of this powder, pressed it all together, used it until I hit pan, pressed it all together again. I pressed this twice and then I started moving on to the next face palette that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna talk about that right now and like just combine the whole stories. So here is my Morphe Tantastic face palette. You may think that I have panned this. That is a lie. I had pans on so many like pressed powders that I can't believe it, because I had pan on both one of the e.l.f. powders, my Makeup Revolution powder, and my Urban Decay Nighter powder. So here is all of these powders, including this one. So I had, circling back to this one, I had tried to use that brightening powder underneath my eyes. I'll put a picture here. Look at that saturation. There isn't a color corrector alive that will undeep fry my eyes. I am yellow.
Girl, look how orange you look, girl.
So I combined the yellow powder with the like 2 nude powders, and I have this Franken powder in here. So this is my, it's the herb, I had a pan in my Urban Decay All Nighter, I had a pan in my Bacon Blot and e.l.f. powder. So this is my Morphe, Urban Decay, e.l.f. and Makeup Revolution, just powder baby. And there she is, honestly. So this is the last of my pressed powders, and I've used this a little bit under my eyes. I'm not yellow, so it's doing its job, but here's all my pressed powders, man. Here's all my pressed finishing powders into one. That is exciting to me, where I originally had like 4 components. It's just this one when it comes to finishing powder, so I'm gonna throw these away. Next is my Fenty pressed powder foundation. She's done. She's cleaned out. During the last VIB sale, I had bought another Fenty pressed powder foundation and already a pan. So I'm good with foundations, man. I don't know what to tell you. Even though I don't really wear like complexion products that often, I'm good with foundations. So exciting news, but I have like 3 things that I'm just gonna be straight up throwing away, and I am so excited. And I think that's everything in my like official project pan, because I'm not necessarily like panning eyeliner or mascara, I'm just kind of using stuff. So yeah, I have officially finished, I guess I've officially finished 4 things in my project pan, because I'm not really panning like the foundation, it's just the foundation that I use all the time. So there's that, and I'm super excited about it. So I cannot wait to throw these away and move on to bigger and better things. Oh, but I guess I kind of did just gloss over this like Morphe palette. So here's this. There are 2 bronzers and a contour. I use them, they're all right. They're a little dark on me, so I can't go like too heavy-handed. 2 blushes. I actually really like these blushes. I mixed them with the Becca blushes because I was getting tired of seeing the same like 6 colors on my face depending on what I combined. So these are welcome additions. Haven't really used these highlighters since I've been working on those highlighters. I did use this one once, and look at, this is a scratchy formula. This just picked up on my brush so easily. So that was a great angle. These just pick up on my, just scratch on the brush so easily. So I feel like whenever I really want to pan that highlighter, I'm gonna have a pretty easy job, knock on wood. But yeah, that is everything that I have had in my project pan. Let's move on to empties. I don't really have like that many empties, but I'm still gonna go over them anyway. So I finished the Philosophy Anti-Wrinkle Miracle Working Primer. It's all right. It takes a little bit longer to like dry on my skin. It has a slight silicone like a feeling on the skin, but it's supposed to be, it's a line correcting primer. So what are they going to use to fill in the lines? Silicone. So that makes complete sense. So it's all right. It just kind of it's nice. It's nice. Would I buy a full size? Because I think no, because I think these are like 60 bucks or something. But it's all right. It did its job. How long it took to dry kind of sucked because I do have like a powder foundation, so I accidentally like dipped into my brush, put it on my face. My brush got a little wet, so whenever I went back into my powder foundation, I got a little bit of hard pan, but I was able to scrape it and use it, and I just learned my lesson with that. But yeah, it's all right. It's just all right. Next is this like PanOxyl Benzoyl Peroxide Acne Foaming Wash. I used it as like a face wash. It's all right. I prefer the CeraVe. I prefer the CeraVe Salicylic Acid facial cleanser, but this one was okay. I originally got it to like try and work on the acne, but it didn't really work on that. I think that's just, I think that has to do more with like the shirts I wear than like something going on with like my skin and the fact that like I work out in like sports bras, so like sweat accumulates like in certain areas, so it's all right. I prefer the CeraVe, but it's all right. Next is the COSRX Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I love this. I have a full size of this. The only reason why I have this is because I went to a wedding in March in Florida, and so I just wanted to have a little small travel of skincare that I already liked, and so I have this and I like it, and I finally got around to finishing it, so buy this. It's the best essence. It's super hydrating. I love it. They also have like a hyaluronic acid one that I love just as much. I use this one in the morning and the hyaluronic acid one at night. There's no reason for it, I just feel better. So yeah, buy this, it's great. In the same vein as that mini that I only have because of traveling purposes, I have the matching eye cream that I bought for travel purposes, and I have a full size that I'm actually almost all out of. And I think that's the second full size that I've bought of that eye cream. So I love this. I love COSRX's whole Snail line. If you take one thing away from my channel and buy it, it will be the COSRX Snail line, because I stand by that as being like A+ skincare. So yeah, again, I realized that I'm probably never gonna travel again before my 30s. So Snail Cream. And last but not least, actually last and certainly least, because this isn't even an empty, it's just a declutter, it is the Badescu drying lotion. If you saw my last video going over the things going on sale for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty Week 2, you would see that I hate this, and I don't think you should buy it, because there is nothing that this does that a pimple patch wouldn't do. And pimple patches also cause less irritation. Like, the first ingredient is isopropyl alcohol. This will dry out your skin. Like, that's what it does. It just dries out the skin around the pimple, thus killing the pimple. I feel like pimple patches do that in a healthier way, because the pimple patches have they're hydrocolloid patches. They're hydrocolloid patches, which means that like things that are wet stick to them. So if you put them over like a whitehead, the whitehead will, like, all the fluid from the whitehead will, this surface membranes, biology, yada yada, but the whitehead will just want to be drawn to the hydrocolloid I guess patch. Yeah, I was gonna say like the sticker, but you know, the hydrocolloid patch, it'll be drawn to that little side of it, and just put it on overnight. I love it. I think Mighty patches are like 80 patches for like $6. I love them. They don't cause skin irritation, and this brand is nothing, honestly. What was my disclaimer about earlier? Wait, never mind. If you like Badescu and if you like this, don't let me take that away from you, but please try a pimple patch. I can guarantee you that you'll like it more than this like $18 just jar of nothingness and sadness. You know what I just realized? I just realized that like salicylic acid is like second to last on the list, and sulfur's above it. First 5. 1, 2, 3. Sulfur is in the first 5. And I know that why is there more sulfur in this than salicylic acid? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. So that was my Project Pan update. Let me know what you're panning down below. What do you think I'm gonna get done with first or next or whatever? Let me know down below. You like my makeup? I like my makeup. Oh, you weren't able to see it because of my glasses, but I like my makeup. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you guys in my next video. TTYL. I've started saying TTYL exclusively because of the Colourpop whatever palette, but it's TTYN. I don't want to like draw people away from my channel. I just like TTYL. TTYL.